Hey, what up guys? Welcome back to the fish room. If you guys are new to the channel, I post a whole bunch of videos on my fish tanks and all kinds of different topics. So make sure you subscribe and hit the like button. Today's video is all about goldfish. We'll start off with number one. Goldfish are extremely dirty. For example, my neighbors have a fish tank and they called me over to try and fix it because their water is just always green. You know, my neighbors called me and they said, my water's green, help me, my water's green. And I went over there and sure enough, they just had a bunch of goldfish in their tank. Whenever you have goldfish, they're going to non-stop poop in your fish tank. I mean, they will just pretty much never stop pooping. I've seen it firsthand. They will just poop non-stop, and that's really what turns your water green, is the poop that they constantly have coming out. So number two reason is goldfish get really big. I feel like a lot of people do not talk about how big goldfish actually get. A common goldfish can get to the size of this Oscar, if not bigger. I mean, this Oscar is huge, about 7 to 8 inches right now, but I've definitely seen goldfish bigger than this Oscar, if not double his size. A lot of people think that goldfish are going to stay small and they'll stay the size of the tank, but in all reality, the goldfish are going to get extremely big and they are going to cause a lot of problems for you. In my opinion, you're so much better off trying any other fish like a tetra or a rasbora or a platy, a live bear like a swordtail, or even guppies or anything else would be so much better option than a goldfish. Now, goldfish are extremely invasive in the wild, which is number 3 on my list. If you ever release a goldfish into the wild, it is extremely dangerous and it causes a lot of harm. And I live in a very small town, and I went down to the creek and there was a bunch of goldfish that someone had let go into the creek. And it's just a very horrible idea to do that. You should never ever take fish from a pet store or anywhere else and just let them go into the wild. That is just a horrible idea. And that's number 3 on my list. A lot of people go and let goldfish go because they get really, really big and they're not expecting the fish to get that big. Number 4 on my list is gonna be people at the pet store don't know anything and they will just sell it to you. So a lot of times I recommend doing your own research before you purchase a fish. A lot of times you go in and you think that the people working there might know the answers and they might know something, but in all reality, they don't know anything about these fish a lot of times, and they will sell it to you, telling you it's not going to get big and that it's going to stay small, when in all reality, it is going to get absolutely massive and be a massive goldfish. So let's move on to number 4, and that's that goldfish will pretty much eat anything that fits in their mouth. If you've ever had a goldfish, they will not stop eating 24/7, and it's a lot of the problem with them is that they don't stop eating. If you ever had a goldfish, they will pretty much just be cleaning and picking at everything around the tank 24/7, and that's what leads to a lot of the problems because they poop a lot and it just clogs up your filter, it clogs up everything. There's a lot of poop in your water. It just never works out good. So number 4 is going to be that they never stop eating, which means, you know, they never stop growing. They'll just keep getting bigger, making your tank dirtier, and your water is just going to get worse and worse and worse. So that's number 4, they never stop eating. Number 5 is going to be a weird one. Number 5 is going to be that they are available everywhere. It's another downside to the hobby is that they make goldfish pretty much at every pet store, every Petco. There's goldfish for 50 cents. You know, and people think, oh, I'm gonna buy a cheap fish, I'm gonna get a goldfish because it doesn't matter, and then they end up with a fish that is the size of this Oscar in a little 10-gallon or a 5-gallon. They end up with a massive goldfish and they don't know what to do with it. So that's another reason I really don't like goldfish. They're just mass everywhere. Anywhere you walk in, there's going to be a tank with 500 goldfish in there. Half of them are half dead. So that's another reason I really don't like goldfish. They need to be respected and cared for just like any other fish in the hobby. And a lot of times goldfish are just sold for 50 cents in giant aquarium stores, and people just don't respect the fish at all. And I just don't think it's right to put these fish in a little aquarium. pretty much top 5 reasons why I don't recommend goldfish for beginners, and why I would definitely recommend any fish in this tank over a goldfish. Me personally, I have had goldfish plenty of times in the past, and it just never seems to work out very good. But goldfish are pretty good for ponds or outdoor applications. If you guys like videos like this, where I just talk about stuff, let me know down in the comments below. And I appreciate everyone watching all my videos. I'm trying to hit 1,000 subscribers, so make sure you guys hit the subscribe button. And I'll see you guys in another video. Peace.